How's you guys? Welcome back to another video today. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, let's wait a few more minutes until a few guys come in here. But yeah, how you guys doing? Well, doing well. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Thanks so much for joining. There's a couple coins I'm looking at for some trades today, guys. There's quite a few setups I'm looking at, and yeah, we did end up taking some longs yesterday. Um, just there was just not enough follow through. There was just not enough follow through, but I'm actually looking at a few setups for the day. Um, yeah, how's it guys? How are you guys doing? So Mario, let's rock. Yeah, let's rock. We're gonna take some trades today. And Christian Vibes, Christian O Vibes. That's a cool name. That's a cool name. Yeah, nice to have you guys here. So I'm actually looking at a long for MKR. I remember yesterday, what I was speaking about MKR. Um, I was looking for a potential short if we broke support, but we're looking like we could potentially go a little bit higher. And what's quite interesting is that we are currently retesting this downward sloping trend line, right? So something that I'll be looking at for the day is looking to take some longs for MKR today. And what I want to see is if we can just break above this level here, this would be amazing, right? So I'm looking at a potential long on the break of this zone. There's a couple coins. There's a couple coins that I'm actually very interested in taking long. I'll go over it. It's Dogecoin, looking really good. I'll go over Dogecoin and also I forgot the other one, but I'll go over it. But MKR, guys, is looking really good. So I'm looking at a potential long. Actually, probably like within the next 1 minute here, guys. We're getting a nice little breakout here. So looking to long MKR back up to these highs within today, but we have to wait for the breakout. Yeah, so we'll see if we can get this today looking really clean. Your scalps and swings is amazing, Arth. I appreciate that. So yeah, looking for a nice little long here for MKR. We're seeing quite a bit of volatility right now, which is good. And we do have the London session open, which is within the next couple of minutes here. So let's wait for that. Obviously, we need to see a close above this key trend line over here. We're going to put an alert there, but this is the trade that is looking really good today. Looking really nice. And another coin that I'm looking at is, okay, obviously Phantom, guys. We entered that long yesterday for Phantom. We hit TP1. We hit TP1. It did take a lot longer than I was expecting. And I was expecting more of a push back up to around about like 0.5296. But honestly speaking, if you guys, if you took this trade, it's still looking relatively decent, guys, to be fair. Like the 1 hour candle still closed here. It still looks really nice. I ended up taking profits because if you look at the 4 hour time frame, this is why I put my TP1 over here. It's quite a strong rejection zone at 0.5031. That was the main reason why I took the trade. So Phantom, to be honest with you, still looks really good for long. I might even enter it again. I'll let you know though. Do you watch this debate this morning? Mark was very volatile. No, I actually watched it now because it was really early for me. It was like at 3 a.m. for myself. But yeah, I watched it now. It looked like, what are you guys' thoughts on that? Like, it's quite interesting. It looked like Kamala Harris kind of did a lot better than what I was thinking. But she did tell a lot of lies as well towards Trump. So what are your guys' thoughts on that? It was very volatile this morning. I think that's why we got the dump, because Kamala Harris was actually looking like she was on top. If we look at this, she's up 4%. Donald Trump is actually down 3%. Yeah, Harris did really well actually. But the problem is like we know, the thing is what I think about is like we know what Trump did for for the economy like 4 years ago, right? We know what he can do, and obviously Kamala Harris, she's been VP for quite a while, and nothing's really been happening there anyway. So it was very scripted for her. Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't like her. I don't like her. But it's quite annoying that she did well. Quite annoying. What are your thoughts on CPI today? That is a great question. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So, okay, so we have CPI at 430. Yeah, it's gonna be insanely volatile, of course. So, yeah, I mean, what we need to look at is we need to look at Bitcoin first here, guys. But we can't miss this MKR trade. You know why I like this MKR trade is because the 4 hour time frame is still respecting. So I think we're going to get this today. We obviously have to start breaking above this level. Uh, and the problem is we are starting to form lower lows and lower highs. So technically still on a downtrend, but we still need to just break this level. So MKR, we've got our alert there. That is a trade that I'm really focusing on today because it's showing a lot of strength right now. Another trade that I'm looking at is Dogecoin. So if you guys remember, we did take that long for Dogecoin the other day. And have a look at what's happening right now. We actually still respecting this previous high over here at 0.1. That was our first take profit, if you guys remember that. Um, and you know what's interesting? If we bring the fib from the low to the high, let's have a look and see. We did tap into this 0.5 level. That would have been a good entry. But yeah, just no follow through. More MKR. And ICP, we missed ICP. Do you guys remember this trade that I was speaking about? I was looking to take some longs on the breakout, and I don't know why. I honestly don't know why I didn't take this, but this pumped like 12% yesterday, and we had a huge daily breakout, which is insane. So RCP is doing really, really well. Didn't end up taking this. This would have been a great trade yesterday. The idea was there. The idea was there. We had that breakout, a retest. I mean, this would have been the entry, right? The entry would have been right over there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Bit of a pity we didn't take this trade. This would have been a great setup. We were looking to take profit at like 9.5, but we didn't end up taking it. But let's have a look at Bitcoin, guys. Obviously, if you guys CPR, if you look at CPR, so I do have a strategy for CPR. I will go over what I'm thinking about for the day, but if the actual, so basically the forecast is 0.2% for the month, and the forecast for year on year is 2.5%, right? So if if the whatever comes out, if it's greater than 2.5%, then this would be bullish for the dollar, right? So you know, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it's higher than what Mario said, if it's higher than the expected, market will dump. But the thing is, guys, recently, to be honest with you, like if we look at CPI previous months, sometimes it doesn't really follow that logic. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I will be trading it though. I'm going live like so many times today, like almost I think 6 times today. It's gonna be a crazy day. But yeah, so Bitcoin, do you guys remember yesterday what my strategy was for Bitcoin? And it was looking for that sell at around about 58,800, but it didn't even look like we could have broken this level here at 58K, right? So my whole thing now is, you know, we kind of just have to monitor what's happening here for Bitcoin, but we're still respecting this level here. If you look at Bitcoin on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, we're still respecting this level here, and this just looks like a potential fake out. So I'm expecting a bit of a pump today. To be honest with you, I'm expecting a bit of a pump because I do think that Bitcoin can come to like 58,900. So I do think that it's possible for us to see price to go to that level. We can obviously, yeah, I still have my limit order set for that zone. But pity that we didn't actually end up getting that entry. But yeah, that is Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin. Let's have a look at some other coins. We actually haven't looked at Ethereum in like I don't know how long. I don't really trade Ethereum much. Obviously, we do chart it, but have a look at Ethereum. If we look at the daily time frame closed. I mean, average. I'm just waiting for. We almost tapped into that 120 zone. That is, to be honest with you, this is probably the lowest point I see Ethereum going around about 120 because that is that massive trend line over here. I'm expecting a huge bounce from that zone for Ethereum. But overall, Ethereum is still in a downtrend. If we look at the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have this trend line over here, and honestly, still respecting that level. Maybe on the lower time frames, this will show a little bit better. Yeah, if you have a look at this, beautiful. So Ethereum, to be honest with you, Ethereum is looking terrible, to be fair. We have this bit of a wedge formation, and it's closing below the wedge. So kind of looking at potential sells here for Ethereum. This is, we just broke this low most recently, so we just changed structure. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Good morning, Gary. So Ethereum's looking really weak compared to a few other coins. So I would most probably be looking at some sells for Ethereum, but MKR, still looking at that long for MKR. But yeah, Ethereum is looking weak. Like Ethereum is looking weak. We broke that structure there on the lower time frames. The 1 hour time frame did break as well, and we respecting the 50-day moving average here. The 4 hour time frame still respecting that 21-day moving average. But yeah, I think we'll have to wait and see what happens here, because this could just be a fake out, but it honestly doesn't even look like that. It looks like price is not really doing respecting too many levels here. We did get a rejection from that level. Yeah, I'm actually looking at a sell here for Ethereum. Can we look at Ethereum dominance? Yeah, sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. ETH. Let's have a look. So, yeah, it's looking terrible, right? Ethereum dominance looking absolutely terrible. But what we need to actually look at is the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. But have a look. It's not looking great. And if we have a look at this chart over here, Ethereum is not even on this. Yeah. So Ethereum. So basically, this is quite nice to look at, right? So Bitcoin is over here. Everything to the left means that all these coins to the left are stronger than Bitcoin. You can see XRP, TRX, Aave, and HNT, and also ICP, which is why we're looking at that, Solana, Sui. And then all the coins to the right are all the coins that are actually way weaker than Bitcoin, right? So Ethereum is pretty much 30%, 34%, weaker in terms of what Bitcoin is, which is quite interesting, right? So if we go back to this chart, Ethereum is breaking support here. But I think the chart that you want to be looking at is the ETH to Bitcoin chart, right? Because this is the main level, the main chart that, until we see altcoin season. And looking at this chart, guys, we still got so long until altcoin season. What I was expecting a while ago was a potential breakout, right? Something like this, and then we see huge altcoin season. But we're just not there yet, right? We are not there yet. And obviously, looking at this chart here, guys, it's altcoin season is far away, right? We are still in that Bitcoin season, guys. We are still in that Bitcoin season right now, so we need to see some type of strength, and we're just not really seeing it. Technically, we could say that Ethereum to Bitcoin can come to this low, which is sitting at now. I would expect price to bounce from this level here. I would expect price to bounce from this level here for Ethereum to Bitcoin. So I think we have to start looking at the altcoins because Bitcoin dominance is actually starting to come down a bit, but not as much as what we want, right? If we have a look at Bitcoin dominance, let's have a look, because this is just too strong. It's just this. We need to see once we break this trend line here for Bitcoin dominance. Once we break this trend line, we're going to see a huge altcoin season. So we have quite a bit longer until the altcoin season comes, guys. This has been in a massive uptrend for so long, and I'm expecting we could even see 61% before we see a break over here, and then we see a massive dump for Bitcoin dominance. But I think we're gonna have to mainly just focus on the coins that are stronger than Bitcoin right now, like these coins to the left: BNB, Tau, ICP, Sui, Casper, all the coins to the left, these are the ones that we should be looking at positions, because these are the ones that are going to outperform. That's why we saw ICP pump so hard yesterday, right? Because it's way stronger than what Bitcoin is. We did miss that trade, but we had the right idea, which was good. But obviously, BNB, we have a look at BNB, see if we can maybe get a setup. I know that Matt, one of the traders, did post a BNB long, so we have a look at that. Maybe we can look at maybe a scalp long for the thing. What's happening with MKR? Is MKR over here? MKR, because we're looking at a long for MKR. It's not even on this, right? Okay. But yeah, we need to look at like ICP, Solana. We'll look at Solana because I'm actually looking at a long for Solana and BNB. Okay, let's have a look at those. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome, guys. We do go live every single day, sometimes twice a day. Yeah, make sure you guys like the stream. We do take setups normally within the live streams. And I'm looking at a sell here for Ethereum. So what I want to see happen for ETH is this, right? So we saw a potential break over here. Yeah, so I want to see if we can come back up, retest this high over here. Then we can look for some sells, because basically Ethereum did break, right? Ethereum did break this trend, right? We had this massive wedge pattern, and we did break, and now we're retesting that levels. But honestly speaking, we can come up a little bit higher. So I want to see if we can maybe retest that level, and then look for some sells back down to these levels of key support, right? So Ethereum is looking terrible compared to most other coins. I will be looking at shorting Ethereum today. Okay, so Ethereum dominance, there's still a long way until we get that massive move. I want to go back to MKR. Yeah, it's just looking like we're not going to take out those highs just yet. And this is making me think, okay, because Bitcoin, if you think about it, right, it's quite interesting to think like this, right? So we just looked at Ethereum, right? We looked at the Ethereum chart, and the Ethereum chart was showing us that we broke a massive trend line to the downside. So Ethereum is looking really bearish, right? And then if we look at MKR, we look at the chart, right? If you look at MKR on the chart, because in the back of the mind that we know that Ethereum is bearish today, right? We look at MKR, and technically this is still bearish, right? Because we are still respecting this level, and we are still making these lower lows and lower highs, right? So technically, we are still in a downtrend on the lower time frame here for MKR. So I would be expecting a dump here for MKR. So maybe this is just the last level, and taking Baja will only happen later, right? So the right move to do is probably take sells at these levels. But the problem is I just don't like how we had a massive move. So I want to go back to Ethereum, because I do think that we can maybe get some sells there. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is dumping right now. I want to see if we can come up a little bit higher here. So what I want to see is potentially if we can create like a double top, and then we take sells back down to these levels here. But it looks like it's just going to rip. Looks like it's just going to rip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look at some other coins, because it doesn't look like we're going to get this trade for Ethereum. It's just going to dump ahead of time. Yeah, I think the play today is probably just look for sells. I did say that in my update. If we look at the dollar is looking really strong relative to what we're looking at. So let's have a look here. WIF got absolutely smacked. Just give me 1 second here, guys. I want to look for some setups. So Audi looks terrible. We broke through that level. Yeah. Phantom looks like it's the most, we took those longs for Phantom, hit TP1, and then just came straight back down to break even. So it was more of this was the near trade we took the other day. I think that most coins have kind of just pumped, and it looks like if we look at total 3, because this is the chart that is very, very important to look at. It shows you the market cap of all the altcoins. I took a nice. Am I still in fancy? No, no. I took profits at that TP1, and then it came down to break even. Yeah, I took a nice short on WIF last night. That's amazing. Yeah, I didn't. I was looking at WIF last night as well, and I saw that. I think it was a great setup. That's really good. Yeah, it looks like Litecoin looking relatively strong today. Just give me 1 second, guys. I wanna see if we can jump through a couple coins here to look for some setups, because I am looking at some sells. You know, Uniswap's looking so strong, and if we look at this, weird though. Uni is 35%. Yeah, it's quite interesting. That's quite interesting. So if we look at Uniswap, this is what I was looking at the other day. I was looking for sells at this level back down to this zone. But yeah, you can see that this 5.6 level is definitely holding up for Uniswap, which is good. If we look at the daily time frame, we close respecting this level. Uniswap looks really, really good for longs. See, it's a tricky market, guys, because I'm looking at sells for Ethereum, and then I'm looking at buys for MKR. It's one of those markets where we're gonna have to just take trades on both sides, right? So it's tricky. It is tricky. Ton pumped quite hard yesterday. It's quite interesting. This was the accumulation zone for Ton, though. This is what I was saying in my live stream the other day. This was the level you want to be longing Ton. It's crazy though. Like the most TIA, I think I want to short TIA. Honestly, guys, TIA is probably the worst coin in the world. I want to short this thing. Like, look at this. I mean, this is terrible. TI is getting absolutely smacked. We broke this level here. We are down. I mean, it's down almost 7% there. It's quite an easy short. I mean, we're pretty much at all-time lows. TIA is getting smacked. There's just no interest in this coin. If we look at the 15, the 5, yeah, what I would do for TI is I'll look for a short here. If we can come back, retest this zone over here, then I'll be looking to short TIA back down to at least this level here. Looking at around about almost a 3% gain on the trade. Let's have a look. What I want to see is a bit of a retracement here, to be fair. A little bit of a retracement. So we're going to put an alert here for TIA, and then I'm going to take some shorts here. We're on the 1 minute time frame. I want to see a little bit of a push here. So maybe the next 2 to 3 minutes, we can get a little bit of a pump here for TIA. I feel like MKR doesn't really follow other coins exactly. That's what I'm saying. So like I said, I'm like bearish, right? I'm bearish on Ethereum, right? Which is quite interesting. And then MKR, I'm quite bullish. So it's like, what to do, so I wanna wait for MKR to break out there. I've got an alert set there. I think it could potentially, but the thing is, I mean, it's still creating lower lows and lower highs, right? But this massive pump has been pretty much filled. You can even see we pretty much tapped that low over here. So we filled that low. So there could be upside for MKR. That's very true. MKR doesn't really follow other coins. It's very, very true. So that's why I'm looking for longs there and then sells for other coins. So don't get, when I say I'm looking for longs for one coin, just keep that in mind, that it doesn't mean I'm looking for sells for the other one, right? I'll be looking for longs and sells for most coins. It depends on the market structure of each coin, right? Each coin is different, and each coin pumps. Oh, OP. Guys, this is interesting. Oh my God, guys, I love this. Okay, the reason why I love this is, okay, wait, let's just remove all the drawings here. We can get quite a nice setup here for OP. So have a look at OP. Look how we closed yesterday, right? We closed pretty much respecting that level, right? So we closed respecting this level. So this within the market is called a double top. This is called a double top. So what normally happens with a double top is we do get a reversal right to the downside. So we get a double bottom and a double top. This can happen on both sides of the market. And this is a daily double top, which is very, very interesting. And if we look at what's happening here with OP is really, really weak, right, compared to most other coins, right? It's in the middle, but it's still really, really weak. So OP, this could potentially play out as a very, very nice sell position for OP here. So what I need to do in order to enter this sell, I'll show you, right? So we know that on the daily time frame that this level right here is going to be the level that we want to be selling, right? We know that this is the key zone. And if you look at the lower time frames, we are starting to come down a little bit here on the chart, right? So what we had was we did break this trend over here, and we've pretty much retested these moving averages, right? So what I want to see is maybe a potential pump back up to this level here, which would be great for OP. So I do want to see another retest of this high, right? Or something like this where, let's have a look, because we did break some structure here, which is good. So something like this where we can just come up a little bit higher for OP. We have our stop loss just above this high, and then we have take profits at these lows here, guys. This is something that I'll be looking at a 10% move for OP. I like the setup a lot. So we've got this one in the bag, a nice double top on the daily. This is a beautiful reversal pattern. Okay. Obviously yesterday, if this candle could have closed above this, if the daily candle closed above this level over here, then I would be looking at potential longs on the retest, right? But because we closed respecting the zone, and Bitcoin kind of going sideways where we can't even break 58K, then we can look for sells, right? So you have to put all of these things in your mind, right? Whereas right now, some altcoins are pumping quite nicely, right? But you still have to look at the levels that they're getting rejected by. So looking at sells here for OP, the thing is, a lot of people be like, oh, why don't you just enter now if you think the market's going to go down? Well, the thing is, right, it's all about putting risk on the table, right? So if I'm risking, let's just say 2% on this trade, I'm not going to enter here when I can get a better entry. And because if I enter here, my stop loss is going to be crazy, right? So you want to be entering a little bit higher up where we can potentially get a retracement, because we in the market, we don't just see a seller's market, we don't just see a buyer's market, we see both of them at the same time, right? So if the market goes down, we're going to get retracements for the market to go down. We need to see retracements in order for us to take sells, right? Because if we just take sells, the market will retrace into key levels. If that makes sense. Some say hate TI. Yeah, TI is useless. I hate TI as well. There's a 10% move on the 20x 200% trade. Exactly. Yeah. So that's exactly right. So what you do is, right, you times your leverage by your margin, right? So let's just say for this trade for OP, we're looking at sells, right? We have we have to put our stop loss above this previous high. That's just my strategy, right? So we have a stop loss of 2.8%, right? 2.89%. So how do you calculate how much you're going to lose in this trade? It's very, very simple, right? Let me just get the, it'd be cool if TradingView can put a calculator. That would be pretty cool. So what you want to do is you want to time your stop loss level. So we got 2.89% is the stop loss, right? So you say 2.89 times leverage. So on this trade, if I use a 10x leverage, then it's going to be 28% loss, right? So I'm going to use a 5x leverage on this trade, 5x. Sorry, just let me. $2.89 times 5. So that's going to be, it's going to equal to 14. So 14.45% loss, right? So if I enter 5x on this trade, I'll be losing 14.45%, right? So, but if I use the 10x, so let's do this. A 10x on this trade, um, you just say 2.89 times 10, which is 28.9%, right? So you have to, how I use my leverage, right, is literally only based on my stop loss. It's like so important, right? So if I have a 10% stop loss, I'm not going to use a 10x leverage because then I'm going to get liquidated, right? It's going to be a minus 100% trade. So if my leverage, I mean, if my stop loss is 2.89%, I'm probably going to use a 5x leverage because it's quite a big stop loss, right? So okay, sick. I finally understand that. Yeah, I know it's like a weird one, but like once you understand it, it's like it just doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Because like no one really teaches that. Like um, it's so easy. So you just times your whatever, how much you're gonna lose, how much you're gonna win, like in terms of percentage on the chart. You times that by the leverage that you want to use, and that is gonna be the amount that you're gonna lose on a trade. Okay. So it's important. Like that is why I told people they always ask, like, what leverage do you always use? And I said, I don't always use the same leverage, right? My leverage literally depends on how big my stop loss is. Okay. I hope that makes sense. So OP, we're looking at sales. We'll maybe get that. What else can we look at? What else can we look at? BNB. So BNB. BNB is also like I don't know. I don't really like this. Like we're still below the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame. We got rejected from this level. Um, we are respecting this, but it's looking like it's starting to cross down again. BNB doesn't look good. Like to be honest with you, what I want to see is like if we can maybe. I mean, this was a triple top. If we can maybe just close above this level here, then we can look for longs. But what's interesting is we do have a bit of a trend over here. So that got rejected. Yeah, I mean, for BNB, like, I don't really see the long, to be honest with you. I don't really see the long, but I could be wrong. Some people take longs and I take shorts. Like, it's honestly dependent on the person, right? But I just don't really see it. I'm just leaning shorts today. Let's go back to Ethereum and MKR. So MKR still going to look for this long today. I think this will be a good trade. So this trade, right, my stop loss is going to be probably below here. So 1.25%. So if I use a 10x leverage, then I'll be losing 12.5%, and then I'll be gaining, right? It's a 3% gain, so I'll be gaining 30% on that trade. So I can be using a 10x leverage on that, right? So I hope that makes sense. So MKR looks good. Let's go back to Ethereum, right? Because we're looking at those sells. Because Bitcoin's dumping right now. Okay, so we're looking at sells for Ethereum. We're still waiting for this. Okay, we're still waiting for this. Okay, maybe a couple more minutes here. I mean, we should be in. Let me know. Let me know what coins you guys are looking at. Let me know what coins you guys are looking at. Yeah, might be a little bit of a slow day, like you guys said. CPR today, so we don't like. The thing is, you don't really want to be trading too much today, guys. Honestly, it's going to be a lot of mismatch, bit of sideways, a bit of pumps and dumps. It's not going to be a lot of follow through. So let's just say, for instance, if I enter a short, right? If I enter a short now for Ethereum, right, and I want to swing the short down to this level here, I probably won't be able to because we have CPI, and CPI is just going to do this. It's going to go up and down, right? So we kind of just have to sculpt the market. I don't like. I mean, I do swing trade sometimes, but during CPI, I just don't think it's possible because it's really tricky. It's really tricky. Floki getting smacked on the daily, right? A lot of coins are down, like quite a lot, guys. I think Kamala Harris definitely won the debate. I was watching the debate this morning. She did bring out some facts. She did bring out some facts. But yeah, if Kamala Harris wins, I think crypto is down there. I think withdraw all the crypto and just live on the streets. No, I'm kidding. ICP looks really strong. What do you want to look at? Do you have some tactics for CPI? Yeah. So let's talk about before I go over under. Let's talk about my tactics for CPI, so you guys can understand what I'm looking at. So remember last week we pretty much nailed. I don't know what the news was, but we nailed exactly that. So my tactics for CPI are as follows. Okay, so Bitcoin. What do you want to look at? I only trade Bitcoin for CPI. You don't want to be focusing on other coins, but Bitcoin for CPI is very, very simple. First thing we want to do is we want to go over the book map. Okay, we want to go over the book map to see what's happening in the market. Okay, right now we don't really see much liquidity at 58K. We see majority of liquidity sitting at 68,800. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, have a look here. So 68, sorry, did I say 68? What am I saying? 56,800 is a key level for Bitcoin there. So 56,800 and then 55,600 and 56K. So we have those levels for Bitcoin. I'm thinking we're going to dump right now. It's just looking really, really dumpy. So 56K is a level that people are looking to long, which is around about there. So what I'll be looking at is, so we got our liquidity levels there at 56K. So 56K, bang, over here. So I'm just going to write it down. 56K is over here. And then they said 56,800. Wait, what was it? Let's go back over here. So we got 56,800 and then 57,200 and 57,600. So what we want to do is we want to put it at the higher level, right? Because CPI loves to liquidate people. So if we go back to the chart over here, 57,200. Let's have a look at that. 57,200. Bang. So for CPI, what I'm going to do is, I mean, this is only if the market just kind of just 57,200. Okay, so if the market right now just consolidates within this range, then what I'll do is I'll put a buy order over here for Bitcoin. Put a buy order over here for Bitcoin. Target these highs over here. Okay. And then what I'll do is for the sell side, I'll put a sell order over here and then target these lows for Bitcoin. So I'll put 2 orders, right? Stop losses will be really, really tight. So I'll be doing vice versa, because what we know is CPI, what is going to happen is something like this, right? Let's just say CPI comes out right now. What we're going to see is, even if the data is bullish, right, we're going to see bang. We're going to see something like this, bang, and then maybe do something like this. And then if it's bullish, it will eventually go back up, right? So we'll get stopped out over here, and then we'll be in a trade over here. And then if it's bearish, right, what we normally see, if it's bearish, we normally see a fake pump, right? We'll see a fake pump, hit the zone, come back down, stop us out over here, consolidate, and then we'll see price potentially come down lower. So I'll be looking to no, I probably won't have my limit at 58,500. I'm just going to look at the current range, because yesterday we couldn't really get that zone, right? So we're gonna be trading in more of a tighter zone for the day. So this is something to look at for Bitcoin, for CPI. Okay, so I'll see for the day. I mean, if Bitcoin can come down to this level now, for now, then I'll probably look at a long for Bitcoin until CPI. But yeah, this will be the strategy that I'll be probably doing today. Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. Last week we nailed NFP. Oh, it was NFP. Yeah, NFP was crazy. Yeah, that was perfect. Like, it literally hit 57K, perfectly, and we dumped like almost like $3,000. It was insane. Can we look at TRX and TON? Of course, of course. Yeah, I think, I mean, Ethereum. Let's go back to Ethereum quickly. I don't want to miss this trade. I don't want to miss this trade. Yeah, it's a bit choppy. I don't think, I mean, this, what I think is going to happen here is just going to, we're probably just going to stay here. I want to see price come up to this level again. And then obviously OP, where's OP, guys? OP. I don't want to miss the OP trade. Because we missed ICP, guys, yesterday, which was crazy. It pumped so hard, which was pumped like 12%. Let's go back to OP because this is the stuff for OP. I want to see a bit of a deeper retracement, right? I'm not going to take sells here. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. I want to see price at least retest, come up and retest these levels over here. We have strong levels here. I want to see price come back up and retest that zone before we take those sells again. Let's have a look at TRX. You know what's interesting with TRX, right? I mean, TRX is one of the strongest coins in the cycle. I think TRX is going to do probably the best within. It's going to be one of the leading coins in the cycle. The reason why is, we're trading above all these weekly levels, right? I'm going to go really, really long for TRX if we can come back down to like these zones over here. But if we look at the daily, it's looking like we just want to retrace back down. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. So this is your resistance. This is the level where you want to be looking to sell for TRX. So if TRX can come back up to this level here today, I'll be looking to sell back down to this level here. Stop loss will just be just above this high over here. So this is something I'll look at for TRX. It's looking like most coins are on ready right now to take sells, which is quite annoying. But I will be looking at them. The thing is, during these days, and also like when we had, the debate this morning, most of the volatility came this morning, right? And then also with CPI, there's nothing really happens before CPI. It's quite interesting. The market kind of just, literally just consolidates until CPI data comes out. But we've got all the trades that we want to be looking at on the chart. We've got all our alerts in, which is good, right? And if you guys do watch me, right? What I would suggest, like obviously I will post the setups, but you should also get in the habit of like whatever I put in my chart, just replicate exactly the same on your chart, and then you can kind of see like what I'm doing, right? It's better to like visualize something by yourself. For me, like I was more of like a visual learner, right? So when I first like started trading, like I did read a lot of books on trading, but I learned visually, right, by watching videos and stuff like that. So when you actually draw like these things on the chart and you understand why I'm drawing it, it will help out instead of just watching. Actually put it into practice. You know what I mean? Yeah, taking cells there would have been great. That would have been good. Yeah, that would have been great. Yeah, the market looks like it wants to tank. But it's not going to tank for long because it's CPI there. This is quite interesting. SEI. We'll definitely get some trades today. I'm not too sure if we'll get it in the live stream. You can see like Litecoin looking bullish compared to like everything else, which is interesting. Litecoin, I mean, I was waiting for that breakout over here. Litecoin, if Litecoin eventually breaks this downtrend, it's going to be huge. Let's have a look at USDT dominance, quickly. Remember, USDT dominance, guys, shows you how strong the USDT is compared to crypto. So let's just remove everything here. So what's important to note is that USDT dominance is still looking really, really bullish. So in the back of your mind, you should be like, okay, USDT dominance is really, really bullish on the weekly time frame. There's a possibility of crypto dumping a lot more because of the fact that this is just looking really strong, right? We are closed on the weekly time frame. We have closed above so many moving averages here, and we are closing last week above this resistance over here, and we tapped the support over here. Okay, look at the daily time frame. Market structure is absolutely bullish. Like there's nothing bearish about this. So when this is absolutely bullish, the market tends to be bearish, right? Because when you trade Bitcoin against USDT dominance, the inverse happens to Bitcoin, right? So this is looking really, really good. If we look at the 4 hour time frame as well, obviously the 4 hour time frame looking decent. So I think sells are more on the cards there, guys. Honestly, I think sells on the cards there. We have a bit of a trend line over here as well. If we can break out of this trend line today, then I'm just going to take sells on pretty much every coin. What's up, Ashwell? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for joining. You're looking for OP long? No, I'm actually looking for an OP short. Guys, I'm looking for shorts there majority mainly because of how strong USDT dominance is. So OP, we're looking at shorts. I'm looking to short OP if we can come up a little bit higher here. Doesn't look like we're going to get that though. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a dump here. I might even just enter this Ethereum position. Let me see. No, it's going to just run after us, yeah. Yeah, it looks like Ethereum's going to dump here. I don't want to enter here though. Like, I was hoping we could come up a little bit higher. Yeah, I think the market's gonna. I don't know. It looks like the market's gonna dump a little bit, yeah, before CPI. What's happening? You said Rune coming into a buy on 15. Yeah, Rune's been strong, right? I think Rune's one of the stronger coins as well. Let's have a look at Rune. Ooh. You can see this is where I remember the last time I was trading. I haven't traded Rune. I don't know how long. The last time I traded Rune was July 20th of July, when we had that massive breakout, and I was expecting price to tap into these zones again, but then we had quite a big dump. So if you look at Rune, yeah, oh guys, I know CoinW doesn't have this coin, but if you have any other exchanges, Rune broke out, guys. Rune broke out on the 4 hour time frame. So like I said, you have to look at the coins how they are, right? Some coins looking bullish, like Litecoin stays looking bullish, right? Whereas OP looking bearish, Ethereum looking bearish. So you're gonna have to trade the coins how they look. Don't like I used to, back in the day. I used to. What am I saying? So back in the day, I used to take trades based on what Bitcoin was doing. I still do it sometimes, depending on like if some coins are correlated. But what I used to do is, if Bitcoin was breaking trend, I would literally just go to a random coin, and then that coin would break trend as well. It's quite interesting. But nowadays, it's not really like that anymore, because most coins are just following their own narratives. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this, to be honest with you. What is the upside for this? It's quite a nice upside. I think reason the pumps there. The reason why we're really bullish on the lower time frames, we're bullish on the higher time frames. We broke out of the 4-hour range as well. We are currently retesting this Fibonacci level. Yeah, looks good. Taking bars here could be the player. That was a good call, Mona. I mean, I'm not going to trade it because I'm trading on CoinW at this point. But yeah, this is something you would look at. I'll be looking to long right now. Stop loss just below this low here. TP1 would be at like 4.13. Yeah, this is a good setup. I would take this about if you guys are using another exchange. If you have, because I know in Coin, I'm pretty sure. Let me have a look. I don't think you can take this in CoinW, but Rune looks really good for longs. Yeah, you can't. But yeah, if you're looking at this would be the setup. Stop loss at 3.961, TP1 at 4.13, and then 4.4. I think Rune looking good. This is a good setup for Rune. It's a pity that we can't take this trade. MKR, we might get those longs later on. Near this trade, I mean, we took profit a while ago. I mean, I'm not really interested. Almost at TP2. I need to look at adjusting my TP2 levels because it seems like I always hit TP1. And then I always come close to TP2. Like, I'll show you what I mean by that. Like, I guess this would be the level. The reason why I put TP1 here was based on this level. I thought this was the fake out. And then TP2 would be this zone over here. You know what I mean? Because this is your most recent high. But yeah, it hit TP1 and then came straight back down. ICP, I don't want to look at ICP. We missed that. But yeah, if this can break out today, if USDT dominance can break out today, then I think shorts will be on the table. Shorts will definitely be on the table. TRB looking strong, guys. If you guys remember, we were talking about the one guy, I can't remember who it was, but he took sells for TRB and it hit 52.87. But if we look at TRB, it's starting to create a new type of trend on the lower and the higher time frames. TRB could be one of those ones that could outperform the market. So yeah, I think for now, Rune is probably the only one that I'd probably look at for buyers right now. If you want to take this, looks really, really good. Looking at quite a nice move. Yeah, Rune looks good. Okay, so Rune looks good. OP about to dump a bit more. Like the thing is that like I don't. The things with me like I don't chase trades. I don't chase trades. Like if they don't hit my entry, then it's not valid. Like I don't want to chase a setup. You know what I mean? WorldCoin getting smacked. Like to be honest with you, like I could just take the sell and then it could dump a lot more, but I feel like I've missed that whole move. So for me to the risk to reward is not as good. Yeah, um, Ton still looks quite bullish. TIA, let's go back to TIA. So okay, I'm waiting for TIA as well. So like we at this point we're just waiting for the coins. We're just waiting for the setups. So I want TIA to come up and hit our zones. But if you guys want to join the Telegram group, I will be posting all these setups a little bit later. It seems like we're just not going to be able to get these trades right now. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get these trades right now. Just doesn't look like that would be the case. I think we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. So I do, yeah, it just looks like that is what it's gonna be. Can't really do much about it. Yeah, but I do appreciate you guys watching. Of course, I hope you guys do learn some stuff in my live streams. I do go live every day. Um, let's have a look some other coins quickly before I end off the stream. Yeah, I think it looks like the volatility right now is just there's just nothing really happening right now. But yeah, if you guys are watching on YouTube, if you could just smash a like button. Um, I do appreciate you. If we can get it up to 20 likes, that'd be amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream off here. There's just nothing really happening right now. I'll think about going live during CPI, but I just don't think I have the time today. I do go live a little bit later, guys. So I'm going live a little bit later on Twitter at 6 p.m. It's going to be me, Boris. It's going to be me, Boris, and here we go. It's going to be me, Boris, and Matt, a new trader. I'll be going live at 6 p.m. on Twitter, and yeah, so I'll probably stream this on my YouTube as well. So yeah, make sure you guys watch. I'll stream this a little bit later on my YouTube. It'll be every Wednesday at 2 p.m. So make sure you guys join that. It's gonna be cool. But right now, just not really interested in taking some setups. It's gonna be a little bit choppy. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching, and thanks again for always coming and joining me in these sessions. Yeah, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Peace out.